Yeah, that.
Man, come
Yeah.
on, man. Top 10. Come on,
Yeah.
bro. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. High school, bro. That ain't easy. That's not easy. That's not easy. Like to be that certain kind of dog. Like, but it take mental, it take physical to just like keep doing the shit every time you step out on that field, man. Like that shit.
But
Like
yeah, you got.
I salute that, bro. Really.
But you gotta realize too
Real.
that come from being around so many different type of people. You go, I lived everywhere, so it's you picking up something from this, picking up from this. Shit, when you go to these new
Yeah.
areas and the new communities or whatever, you still got to be that dog, and you still got to be yourself. And so, shit,
No matter where you at.
yeah, I'm just gonna be me, and shit. By being me, I was him for real. And so I took that dog everywhere, and shit. I'm humble about it, but I was a dog, and I just wanted everything on that field for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the mentality that kids got to have these days, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make it and you want to, be better. Like, you got to have that mentality. Like, some people not born with that dog, and you know what I'm saying. And some people not born with that dog in them. So,
Yeah, but you got. But hold on. You remember what we used to do before school though? In middle school, what we used to do? Man, I don't even know if he ever told y'all, boy. We was out there playing football every morning on concrete.
Every morning.
Before we walked through the metal detector, every morning we out there playing football every morning, full team football. You know, we touching, but on the sideline, it's sideline bus.
You doing this? You doing this before it's time to go to class?
Man, we did that every morning at Walden. Football on the concrete. Yeah. It's a fence that we walk through. We'll be out there playing football probably about an hour every morning, going to class sweaty.
It was so crazy. It was so crazy because back then when we played, we felt like hood superstar. Like you was the shit if you played football like in school and lived in the hood. Our school was still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We walking to school, you know what I'm saying? Like every day. So like to be able to play sports for your school, bro, that shit was like big. It was big for it. Yeah.
That shit was huge, man. That shit played a role in that dog for real.
Yeah, it do play a role in it for sure. So you get the North Claim, they play you, you become top 10 linebacker in the United States, you know what I'm saying? Then you start getting offers. Tell me about the offers you start getting.
Man, shit everywhere. That shit was crazy. You know, bro, I'm one of the humblest niggas you'll meet, and I'm one of the niggas who ain't gonna shoot no bullshit. So when they were coming, I was just like, all right, cool. Like, literally, they was at my school every day, get me out of class. Now, that shit helped me get out of class. That shit helped me get the grades for sure. And then, my coach had to tell me one day, I had my first one was Toledo. And then I had
Toledo,
I had a few, I don't even know what I had after that, but Toledo came, everybody was coming. So around this time, I don't even know if they still do it, but they had a shit called Junior Day. All the top juniors in the country, they'll go to college, and then they'll do the little tour, all that. So shit, everybody coming. So Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, Florida State, everybody was at my school. And shit was so crazy. When Georgia came, I got my Georgia shit right now. When Georgia came, shit, I ain't even on top of the board already. I ain't know nothing about Georgia, man. You know, we close to Georgia Tech, so all I knew, little about Georgia Tech, seeing it being around. So I didn't know shit. There was a school up the road, UGA Athens. I ain't watch college football. And so shit, my coach had to tell me, boy, Amarlo, the first time I've been coaching a long time. I had everybody at the school. I ain't never had Georgia come recruit my player before. Shit, bro, Amarlo, you can't do what you normally do. Like, shit, you got to act like you're interested, boy. This a big moment. And so I went in there, bro, head coach Mark Ritt, bro. My school, niggas who older than me, who played football, them niggas going crazy for Mark Rick. I'm like, bro, I don't like. I'm so green to it because
like, first time seeing Mark Rick was like,
yeah, nah, it wasn't like that. It was like shit, but who it is? So
yeah, you ain't love you like, man.
Yeah, back then, yeah, for sure,
yeah. Back then, by hindsight, but I'm like, boy, that's a crazy moment. Cause other people were going crazy for him, but I ain't know who he was, and I ain't know the magnitude it was. And shit, I was scared to fly. I was scared to fly at the time. So shit, people wanted me to come fly to their school, do all this type of shit. But I ain't never been on no plane back then. So I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. The car can't go.
Nah, for real.
and how these funds set up, shit, we ain't going nowhere far unless y'all giving us the bread. And so I had some great ass coaches in high school that actually took me to the junior day. So at the same, so I go down there, man. I didn't have the offer yet. So when I get down there, they start talking to everybody. Then you see all the other recruits, man. I get there, man. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different world down in Athens when I get there. So it's something that I ain't never seen before. So I've been around the city. I've seen the city, but you go somewhere, a big institution. You got indoor facility. You got training room. You got study hall building. You got basketball coliseum. You got dining room over here, dorms over here, dorms over there, new dorms. So that shit, boy, this shit. What this about? And so I ended up being one of the first people that Mark Rick called to the office. So he called me, he talked to me, slid the offer letter on the table, slid it across the table to me. On real mafia player shit. He slid it across the table.
Yeah.
Like him. I want to offer you to the University of Georgia. Shit, my coach like, boy, shit, do we gotta say what he gonna do today? He like, nah, you ain't gotta say what you're gonna do today, but this is my offer to you. And so shit, after that, I had built a relationship with some of the other dudes who were getting recruited who I played against. I'm like, shit, bro, I'm coming here.
Yeah.
And so shit, they end up telling the, all the recruiting sites that I'm gonna come to Georgia or whatever. But I was still getting the offers from everywhere. But I committed to Georgia and I ain't turned back. I ain't turned against them. I ain't go nowhere else. I ain't take I would, going back on it, I would go on that visit and have that fun and try to get some funds. But that was the best decision I ever made because I've been locked in with them and it showed my loyalty off the bat.
Yeah. That I know that was amazing right there though, brother. To just have Georgia come give you an offer letter, man, coming from where we come from. I know that was like mind blowing. Like, man, look at this shit, man. Like, I know if I was in your shoe, my head would have been like this, like, man, what?
Right.
Oh, man.
So look, Marlo,
I knew that was a great feeling.
Check it out, Marlo. So look, like I coached like 6U football for like this team called PTD Legends or whatever. They just 6 years old, but I know some of my boys, they might have dreams and aspirations of taking the same path you took. So you know what I'm saying. You just let us know how it was when you got your offer to the University of Georgia. Take us to 2015 draft day. Like tell us about how it was when you with draft night, draft day or whatever.
Man, it was a good moment, but I supposed to got drafted and where I went ain't what it was. Cause I was
right. You went 207th overall in the 6th round.
Yeah, you look at my numbers and compare it to any other linebacker. But I supposed to have been a day 2, day 3. And so leading up to that moment, shit, I'm getting the calls. So I didn't run good at the combine. I ain't run good. I was super heavy. So
you feel like that's what hurt you?
Yeah, I get to that. But who I was working out with, they wanted us to be bigger. And so sometimes when you get bigger, you lose your speed. I was heavier than I played at the past 2 years. Cause I went crazy my last 2 years. But
you were 260. They had you listed 260.
And I don't know if I was 260, but I was like 250. 260 is probably the highest I've ever been. And yeah, 260 is probably the highest I've ever been. And that was like during the season. I ain't never been that off season. But I was getting calls from the Dolphins every day. So the first night, I know I ain't going first round because first round, you'll know if you're going there or not. So I was getting a call from the Dolphins the second day. So they had, I think, 4th and 5th round picks, or maybe 3rd and 4th. It was something like that. But it was something higher than I went. They were calling, like, hey, we're going to take you one of these picks that we got. We got X amount of picks in the 4th round. We got X amount of picks in the 3rd round. So I'm like, all right, bet. That sounds good. I'll be in Miami. Okay, cool. And so them rounds go away. So I think that day 1, day 2. I think it's 3 days. So that's day 2. So nothing don't happen day 2. And then it's early day 3. And nothing don't happen. I'm like, God damn, these folks just told me.
Where you at when you getting these calls? Where you at when you getting these calls? You at home? Like, where you at?
Nah, so the first time I get the call, I'm at the hotel. So I'm put up in the hotel for a couple of days just to get my space and be away from everybody. So the first couple of days, I'm at the hotel, and then I had an event at the bowling alley during the 3rd day. And so, I don't get the call. Boom, 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 at the bowling alley. Got all my people there. We just waiting.
Yeah.
And so they get done with their draft. So the Dolphins call me and say, shit, if nobody draft you, we want you to come as a preferred free agent. So preferred free agent, that means you was good enough to draft, but we're not gonna spend a pick on you. We'll give you a signing bonus and all that, but you ain't gonna have, you ain't gonna have that security of a big signing bonus or whatever. I'm like, boy, I know I'm getting drafted somewhere in that motherfucker.
Right.
And so,
for sure.
And so I'm still waiting on a call or whatever. So I just leave. I'm in the bowling alley. So all the homies, I salute to all my homies, but some I done put up better stats than a lot of them that done got drafted already. So I'm like, man, what the hell going on? And so, at that point, it's really your livelihood on the line for real, because you put in so much work to get to a certain point where you at, and you trying to ultimately get the financial stability. Yeah, transition, but fuck that. You trying to get the financial stability and the financial
bag. Gotta secure that bag.
Yeah. And so while I'm there, man, I just go jump in the car. I just go slide to the gas station, go get me a black. I'm like, man, I got smoke. I don't even smoke blacks like that. I'm finna go get me a black, man. These folks don't stress me out. So I pull back up. Right when I pull up, my assistant, my agency, he walked out to the car. We chopping it up. Shit, at that time, I get that call. Boom. So he like, Marlo, you want to come be a coach? You ready to play special teams? I'm like, but hell yeah.
Special team.
Cool. Yeah, 6th round, you gotta play. You gotta be valuable at something. And so he like, you ready to come play special teams? That's the easy way to get on that roster. You gotta play special teams. I'm with it. I played special teams at Georgia. Not in my later years. I did kickoff. That's it. But before then, I did everything. And so
but that's I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's what I loved about you, bro. You did everything. Like you played tight end, you played defensive end, you played middle linebacker, you played wherever the coach wants you to be at. Amarlo was there. I think that's what kind of like separated you from other players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the way up, to your pro day.
Bad security. Yeah. They had to see that in your scout report. They had to see it on your film. Right. They had to know that you were one of them dudes to, hey man. If they don't draft you, man, we got a spot for you, man.
Man, yeah, because if you hold on, if you ever watch any of our games in the championships or whatever, I'm on special team making plays and I'm starting at linebacker.
That's gonna stick out to any. That's gonna stick out to any coach.
Yeah, but I get that call up on. I tell them, yeah, what's your number? Shit, by that time, they showing it on the TV. Shit, my whole family just run out there to the car, man. That shit was one of them special moments. That
one of the moments.
Shit, you had the people who been with
everybody
you.
crying, everybody like, oh, we rich. We finna got
we made it.
Jeffersons.
We made it.
No, I don't think that was the
nigga. We made it.
Yeah, nah, my people weren't like that, but nigga, they were happy.
I know your dad. I know your dad was for real, cause like I know he pushed you. He pushed you like. Your dad was there for sure.
Yeah, but shit, nah, my dad went around after we left middle school and shit like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man. But that, you know, once my people broke up, but nah, that nigga was. If you know, that nigga was there when I was young. Shit, during them times, he was there. Yeah. But shit, everybody. Yeah, that nigga did push me to get to where I was at.
He did. I did see him involved like early on. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Cause you know a lot of people they have their dad knows a little bit more mamas than dad. You know what I'm saying? So you know back then your situation kind of stood out a little bit because you did have your father with you like right there at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, so probably just a few of us, like me and Day, them probably a few.
Yeah, just a few of us.
All right. This ain't no therapy session, guys. This no therapy session. Hey, look, Marlo. All right, so boom, right? You put Ricky now. You on the Colts roster. All right, so like, did you have any like welcome to the NFL, Ricky moments? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you get hazed, anything like that once you got to the NFL? Like, fresh meat in the locker room type deal? Like, how they treated you in the locker room once you came in as a rookie?
Nah, you solid. Hey, if you solid, you solid. Yeah, like it's gonna be little shit that you gotta do. Like I ain't holding no nigga pass. I ain't do nothing crazy. The only thing we did have to do was, you know, buy the dinner when we went out. And it was,
so that's true. True. The rookie pay for everybody, the team dinner or the defensive line dinner.
This shit seems like it might be a $2,000
$3,000 and they ordered the best Sean done, all that like
champagne.
Yeah, you have solid dudes though. They're gonna look out. They're gonna make sure you pay for it, but they ain't gonna go crazy. Like we went out. So my group was the D-line, the linebackers, and then a few of the old head DB came. So the only thing we had to do for sure, we had to buy everybody in our room, the old heads, the real vets. We had to buy them boy Louis XIII. So that was, you know, that's a couple bands for a bottle.
Damn.
So we had, you know, it was me and then another linebacker. So we bought two of the vets. You know, we bought one apiece, boom. And then our D-line, they got drafted higher than us. And they was balling too. So they had to buy, you know, they D-line and outside linebackers. Yeah, so they probably had to buy like 4 bottles total, maybe 5. So it was a couple thousand, and then we had to pay to drink the bottles. So when you go to, you know, high scale restaurants, shit, they pay you if you bring your own bottles, they're gonna charge you to open those bottles and drink those bottles in their facilities. So we had.
I never heard of that.
Talk that talk.
I never heard bringing your own bottle to a high scale, like a top scale where they charging you to pop a bottle in they shit.
You gotta pay.
I ain't never heard that.
Bottle, you got to pay.
I never heard that.
But
I never heard it.
That's a different kind of talk.
I just bring my bottle when I got to their shit.
That's their level.
Shit. Talk.
Yeah. But it was like
this is the bottle we had in the limo.
Yeah. $400 a shot. Shit, it was probably like 12 of us. So it was that, and then shit, you know, we ate.
$400 a shot.
Yeah, we ate. Niggas didn't go crazy though. So
that's a car note. Nigga swallowing a nigga car note, bro.
It more than a car note. Them
my car note. Hey, you talking about?
you talking about the shot? Yeah, the shot.
You got some bullshit. Hey, you talking about?
Yeah, you got to cut on the alcohol at that point. Like,
damn.
Yeah, but other than that, bro, my vets, bro, them niggas treated me good, bro. Them niggas gave me, they'll get care packages. Nigga don't want it, nigga. Here you go, young boy. Here you go, young boy. So them niggas, they looked out for me. And then shit, you know, you in there with them. And so them niggas in the league 10, 8, 6. So them niggas went on no bullshit. A lot of them niggas real OG, man. So I had to, you know, that's it. That's really it.
So 2015, Peyton Manning was in the locker room, right?
Nah. It was Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck had just came.
It was Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck.
What Andrew Luck was like?
They were tearing his ass up though. He ain't last that long. He ain't last that long.
He was like on his third or fourth year when I got there. Andrew Luck was cool dude. He's solid. He's solid. When I first got there, you know, I ain't gonna talk to nobody first. I'ma just be in my zone. Especially back then, I was a wild boy.
Yeah.
So when I walk in, I come for practice or whatever, or I'm going out, one or the other. But he was like, shit, how you doing? Amarlo, right? Andrew, nice to meet you. But that's the most humblest thing that somebody of his caliber can do.
Right.
Stop.
Introduce themselves.
Introduce themselves, but not only introduce themselves, know who I am. Right. Know who I am. And shit.
That real team camaraderie.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. If he won in the training room, that boy be watching film. So we eating, home still watching film.
Andrew Luck, man, you can tell he was solid because a lot of people didn't even want him to retire when he did. Most of the world was like, man.
Hey, I want to touch on something right quick. So like being at Georgia, I know y'all had to watch a lot of film and know the plays and know what kind of packages to be in or what to be at on the football field and stuff like that. So I want to know, like, how different was the film once you got to the pros? Is it the same process? Like, or was it different?
Nah, for me, my process was always the same. So I wanted to know everything. So in order to play and be dominant, you gotta know everything that's going on. So I gotta be able to think. All right, he lined up like this. That means he gonna do this. This formation means this. Shit, I gotta check to this. So shit, your mind always going, and you gotta know what you're doing because at this point, shit, nigga, your job on the line. And you want to live a certain lifestyle, and you want to ball. So I gotta know what's going on in these plays. I gotta know what everybody else doing in order to put myself in a better position. Because at this point, shit, at Georgia, I skipped class and watch film. That's how I prepared myself, and that's how I was able to, you know, do everything I did. Because you gotta know what they're doing.
Right.
But in the league, but it's like, all right, this little stuff mean this, but it ain't like nobody holding your hand to watch film now. It's like, shit, you get off work. This shit work. You get off work at 1 o'clock Sunday, 12 o'clock. So what you gonna do with the rest of your day? Shit is free. You got money. You got everything in your hand. And so shit, it just all right, shit.